Congress and the White House are racing against the clock to find a path to avoid default on the nation's debt. The mood on Capitol Hill is hopeful. Congressional leaders say that they want to reach a framework agreement by the end of the week, but a couple of sticking points remain. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales has the latest.
As the key players in the debt limit negotiations keep talking, the clock is ticking. We're just a handful of days before the June 1st default deadline. Meanwhile, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy remains optimistic.
He finally agreed to something that every other time we've been able to solve a problem has worked: the structure of negotiations. But now we're along such a short timeline, it makes it almost harder. But if there's one thing you know from me, I never give up. I have the grit, the perseverance, and we're going to get it done.
If a deal is reached, Republicans say they will act quickly.
So, we will be ready for that if the negotiations yield something. But the negotiations have to actually yield ideas. If the president has something he's willing to put on the table, it's time now.
If a deal is not reached in time, Democratic leadership is looking at the possibility of forcing a vote with a discharge petition, but it would require Republican help.
The discharge is, people are able potentially to sign it tomorrow, but that is not any instruction that we have given our colleagues at this point. We want to see how these conversations go.
One of the sticking points is work requirements for Medicaid recipients.
What the Republicans are engaged in is just a cynical game to see if by tying people up on one more requirement and one more hurdle and one more twist and one more turn, that some people will walk away.
Senate Minority Whip John Thune says the nation's debt should concern everyone.
If spending reform is just a Republican priority, then there's something seriously wrong with the Democrat Party. Because with a national debt like ours, spending reform should be a priority for everyone.
Senator Rick Scott tells me the House-passed bill is full of common sense.
So one, we're going to get people back to work. Number two, we're going to get rid of some of the wasteful spending. Number three, we're going to watch what we spend going forward. Who doesn't believe in that?
Congressional leaders hope to have the framework done by Friday so Congress can pass it before the deadline. At the Capitol, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.